Hey y'all. So let's dig into John chapter 8. So starting in John 8, verse 31. And it says, So Jesus said to those Jews who had believed in him, If you abide in my word and hold fast to my teachings and live in accordance with them, you are truly my disciples. Y'all, every time I read this, something else pops out. Gotta write my reference there so I can go back and check it again. And you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And they answered him, We're Abraham's offspring, his descendants, and have never been in bondage to anyone. What do you mean by saying you will be set free? Jesus answered them, I assure you, most solemnly I tell you, whoever commits and practices sin is the slave of sin. Now, a slave does not remain in a household permanently or forever. The son of the house does remain forever. So if the Son liberates you or makes you free men, then you are really and unquestionably free. Yes, I know that you are Abraham's offspring, yet you plan to kill me, because my word has no entrance, makes no progress, and finds no place in you. I tell the things which I have seen and learned at my Father's side, and your actions also reflect what you have heard and learned from your father. I'm about to jump off this page. They retorted, Abraham is our father. Jesus said, if you were truly Abraham's children, then you would do the works of Abraham, follow his example, do as Abraham did. Now, but now instead you're wanting and seeking to kill me, a man who has told you the truth, which I've heard from God. This is not the way Abraham acted. You are doing the works of your own father. They said to him, we are not illegitimate children and born out of fornication. We have one Father, even God. Jesus said to them, if God were your father, you would love me and respect me and welcome me gladly. For I proceeded and came forth from God out of his very presence. I did not even come on my own authority or of my own accord as self-appointed, but he sent me. Why do you misunderstand what I say? It is because you are unable to hear what I am saying. You cannot bear to listen to my message. Your ears are shut to my teaching. Wow. Do you see or hear any of 1 Corinthians 2 in that passage? I feel like it's almost a mirror of what Jesus is telling these Jews. He says these are Jews. God was talking to Jews that believed him. The Jews who had believed in him. And then Paul is talking in 1 Corinthians chapter 2 to the church, right? The church at Corinth. And he's saying the same thing. The natural man, the non-spiritual man, does not accept or welcome or admit into his heart the gifts, teachings, and revelation of the Spirit, for they are folly, meaningless nonsense to him, and he is incapable of knowing them, of progressively recognizing, understanding, and becoming better acquainted with them, because they are spiritually discerned, estimated, and appreciated. That's exactly what Jesus said. He said, I've got to go back up there. In verse 37, he says, I know that you're Abraham's offspring, yet you plan to kill me because my word has no entrance, makes no progress, and does not find any place in you. So these Jews they're talking to Jesus. They have seen the miracles. They've heard of the miracles. And yet they plan to kill Jesus because they cannot receive They cannot understand what he is saying. They have a mental assent, like they hear what he's saying, but they cannot comprehend it. There is no revelation at this point in time. All right, we'll pick up here tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.